Hi everyone, so this is Mind Wellness video number 6 in support of Mental Health Awareness Month in South Africa. I've been talking about thoughts, and in the last video I said that there is a distinction between saying I'm an anxious person to there's me noticing anxious thoughts and anxious feelings and reactions in my body. Because being able to separate from your thought, not identify with your thought, is an important step in mind wellness. And so there's a process, there's a technique that you can do to separate from your thought, and it's called self-inquiry. Now, the first step is to identify what you are thinking in the moment. So when you have feelings of anxiety or stress, anger, frustration, resentment, judgment, sadness, any feeling that's bringing up a negative response in you, pause and identify what you're thinking. Because remember, it's what you're thinking that is bringing about the feeling. Once you've identified what you're thinking, you're going to hold it up to a couple of questions. Well, 4 questions. You're going to ask yourself, is it true? Is this thought true? Now, it may seem real, but you're just asking, yes or no, is it true? The second question, can I really know that this thought is true? And this self-inquiry really requires time on your own, a lot of silence, a lot of stillness to allow this wisdom to come up in you. The third question you ask is, when I believe this thought, what happens to me? How do I react? Who am I in the world? So how do I feel and how do I act when I believe this thought? And really investigate that. And then the fourth and final question is, who would I be in the moment if I didn't believe that thought? So if I did not believe that thought, which creates those other feelings and reactions that come up in me, if I didn't believe that, who would I be? How would I feel? And how would I act? And then you take that original thought and take it to its opposite and see if the opposite is maybe as true or maybe even truer. So remember, I'm an anxious person. Is it true? Yes or no? Possibly in the beginning I would say, yes, I am an anxious person. I have anxious thoughts. I feel anxious about things. I'm always planning. I'm dreading. Whatever it is. Can I really know that I'm an anxious person? And you spend time with it. What happens to me when I believe it? How do I feel? How do I act? I feel anxious. I feel alienated. I feel restricted. I feel paralyzed. How do I act? I withdraw, or maybe I over-prepare, or maybe I get stuck. Whatever it is, it's a real examination. Who would I be without that thought? Who would I be without the thought, I'm an anxious person? Wow. I would just be noticing that they're anxious thoughts. I'd be in the moment. I'd see what's happening around me. I'd react. I wouldn't be lost in the movie of being an anxious person. I would be present and in the moment. I'm an anxious person. I'm not an anxious person. And can I find examples when I'm not an anxious person to prove, to find something that I can hold on to? My thinking is anxious. Now, self-inquiry is something that takes time, and I really just wanted to just explain it to you because it really is a very powerful technique to take a particular thought and to dissolve it so that it no longer becomes the stream, that becomes the lens through which you experience your world. I'll continue posting little thoughts and ideas for Mental Health Awareness Month.